everybody, this is Charles, Premier Guitar. This is Tonehenge. That's Irving. That's Thomas on the guitar. How you doing? And Irving, tell us about Irving's a killer bagpipe player, by the way, if you have the need. But Irving's going to tell us about Tonehenge amplifiers today, which are a very, very special, beautiful amplifier, really. And I'm guessing for a very special customer as well.
Yes, that's correct. We have, of course, the Holy Tones in there, Fender Blackface, the Marshall, all the typical Mercury Magnetics, Weber speakers, all that wonderful stuff. But we thought, well, there's many people that make clones of these amplifiers, and they do them very well. But we wanted to be more creative. We're in the Black Forest area of Germany, which is known since centuries for very high-quality craftsmanship. So we wanted to see what can we do with this German ingenuity. So that's where we got some great German cabinet makers, metal workers, and just freaked out and had a lot of fun, and we've come up with this. Might not be for everybody.
It really is a piece of furniture, in a way. And does that say something about who you're looking to as a customer?
Yes, well, if we look, for example, let's take Prince, who uses a German maker for his guitar, Auerswald. He might say Fender, Gibson, make great guitars, but I want something custom made for me. So now we have the possibility to do this for someone who says, I want something to match my guitar. Whatever you want.
But it's much more than a piece of furniture as well. This is an amazingly versatile amplifier, rather. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it does?
Okay, we've tried to keep it very basic without any voodoo switches and push-pull and all that stuff. We wanted to have it very you can see it's as basic as it gets, but it should do for most needs. That way you're not fiddling around, if you like the tone, then you play.
Now what about tubes and things like that inside? What are the guts?
Well, we have JJs in there. The Mercury Magnetics for us is the most important thing, to have transformers that are extremely well built. Inside the amplifier itself, it's very high German technology. We use Weber speakers because they make really good clones. Sozo capacitors, evidence audio cable, all the way through the monorail for shielded cable, speaker cable, Siren 2. So we use just the very best components, but I believe just throwing money at a problem isn't always the solution. You have to think about things, you have to put thought, and that's how we came up with this.
Speaking of applied use of cool stuff, tell me about the speaker array here, because it is sort of an interesting approach.
Okay, it looks like it's 3 speakers. It is not. It is 2 12-inch speakers. We have them separated, closed back, bass reflex openings on both chambers, Alnico Blue Weber. You can also use Celestion, of course. It depends on what the customer wants. An Alnico Gold. We have a Weber Alnico Blue with 50 watts, pre-Rolo dope, and on the bottom we have a Weber clone of a very nice 60s Celestion G12H. So we find that the Alnico and the ceramic magnets just make a wonderful blend. Works with this amp very well.
Now, how would you describe the sound you get given this is a nice heavy cab, this is heavy wood, and that speaker array, what do you tend to get out of it?
Well, we find that when you take a certain component, like many people do, they talk about a speaker or a transformer, but in the end, after analyzing it, you have to put them back into the amp, and then you see what comes out of all of that. So even though we have, for example, in this one, Marshall Plexi transformers from the 60s, from Mercury, of course, but with our circuit for the Blackface with blue molded Sozos, we still get a great Fender Blackface sound. So the secret is, how do you combine all these things, although you would think, well, a Vox sound, and you still get a Fender sound. It's just amazing.
It's a bouillabaisse. You're from Montreal, no?
Yes, don't tell anyone.
A bouillabaisse it is. Let's hear some bouillabaisse, Thomas. What are we hearing here?
Well, this is the clean channel we heard before. Let's try out with the drive channel.
right, Irving, apart from just the basic amp circuitry here, what do we got? We have some effects as well.
Okay, well, with the reverb, we have a digital reverb. It's designed in Germany, made in Japan, and programmed in Germany, towards a bit of a lexicon, that type of style.
Right, and now this cabinet we're looking at isn't the only way you can get this amplifier. I mean, this cabinet's really a big part of the story here, but there's a lot of ways to do that, right? And we have some of them here as well. What are we looking at over here?
Okay, well, the cabinet, there's no standard cabinet because everyone wants something different. So that was European cherry wood. Here it's painted red. You can have it any way you want. If you want it airbrushed, if you want it to be carved, if you want to have special Japanese joinery, if you want some sort of exotic wood, anything is possible. The customer decides what he wants to do.
You got some pretty trick woodworkers in your shop, I gather.
Actually, even though I'm Canadian, I'm a trained German cabinet maker, although I don't have the time, so we have the best German cabinet maker in our province that we could find to do this.
You know where to find good German cabinet makers when you need them. Well, very cool, man. Thanks for taking the time. Secretly Canadian Irving, thank you for joining us. Thomas, thanks, man. Sweet playing. Where should people go to find out more, about what you guys are doing?
Very easy. Tonehenge is without S if you're thinking of Stonehenge, so www.tonehenge.de.
From the Salisbury Plain, this is Tonehenge, and this is Charles for PremierGuitar.com.